she's 10 feet tall. And if you go chasing rabbits and you know you're going to fall, tell 'em a hookah smoking caterpillar has given you the call. He called Alice when she was just small. When the men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go, and you've just had some kind of mushroom and your mind is moving low, go ask Alice, I think she'll know. When logic and proportion have fallen slowly dead, and the white knight is talking backwards, and the red queen's off with her head, remember what the dormouse said. Feed your head, feed your
Welcome everybody to White Rabbit. We're up on the Flybridge. You can tell from the weather right now, it's not quite as nice as it was when we did our intro. It would be like the weatherman who promised us sunshine today, and what we got was beautiful rain. So with that, here we are on the Flybridge. Great space. What's nice, you can't see Jeff, but he's covered by a factory hardtop, which is really nice. I'm on the after deck, and back here are some great features. One is this 150 Montauk Boston Whaler powered by a 60 horse Mercury 4-stroke outboard. Then to launch the tender, you have this 2,500 pound capacity power rotation davit, which is nice because it means you don't have to force the arm around, and it's just use the remote, retrieve, launch the tender. Then if you ever found yourself in real serious trouble on a boat, it's nice. This boat is equipped with a 6-person life raft. The life raft is designed so if it gets submerged in water, it will automatically release, inflate, and you have a really nice safety feature. The other thing you have is an EPIRB, which will send out a message. And it will send out the message of your location. So that's another great feature here. Simple thing is you have a sliding hatch. There's stairs that go down to the after deck. So you can access the Flybridge either from the aft deck or from the pilot house, which you'll see here in just a moment. Other great features in the boat is you have these port and starboard settees, nice lounge chairs, and then as you step into the covered section of the Flybridge, you have the dual Miele barbecues, refrigeration system, sink with hot and cold water, and this really large wraparound settee. So if you want to dine up here, this is, I mean, really it's a great space. I'm a 200-pound man. Look how much space there is. We could have 8 of our friends sitting around here in an evening watching the sunset. And then you have your dual captain's chairs and this centered helm station. So the boat's equipped with updated Garmin navigation. You have Westmar, the model is WaveSmart 5000 stabilizing system, which if you're on a boat and you ever known them to roll, the fins turn and they stop the roll. Then you have hydraulic balanced stern thrusters, which is a really nice feature over electric, because the electric, if you run them long enough, they have thermocoupler and they will shut down when they get hot. Hydraulic will run as long as the engine that's powering the hydraulic system is operating, so it's really limitless. You can go for an hour at a time easily to run your balanced stern thrusters. So if you're fighting the wind and current, it's such an added bonus. You can tell from being out there on the after deck where it's not covered how nice this is. This has the polycarbonate windows, which basically look like glass. And if you rain-X them, you wouldn't have the water building up like you see today. I'm only pointing that out because it's a rainy day And when you get down to the pilot house, you'll see you have no reason to have to be up here on an inclement day. The pilot has such great visibility. But having said that, look at the beautiful helm console. Again, Garmin Autopilot, dual GPS map screens here. So, and then all individual displays here. So they're multi-screen, so you can run your anemometer, depth sounder, autopilot, etc. here. And then the boat's equipped with a Maritron system. It'll let you monitor different systems on the boat. And you can expand this from fuel tanks to anemometers, water tanks, holding tanks, engines. So it's pretty limitless what you can add onto the system. So let's just scroll through and you'll see different features from lights, bilge pumps. So a lot of great features. So you just have to think about what you'd like to add into the system and it would be there. So Maritron's a nice feature. There's a larger screen at the lower helm station as well, and there's also one in the owner suite next to the king size bed. So access from the Flybridge to the pilot house is nice. You have these beautiful cherry and stainless steel stairway going down, nice handrail, very easy egress into the pilot house. And Jeff, you can do one thing before we go into the pilot house. Just pan around and look at the spaces up here. This 20-foot beam really makes this a comfortable space. And one thing that no one can tell from watching the video is how well this boat sits in the water. I know it sounds funny, but it's not top heavy, it doesn't roll at the dock. I try to show people when we're looking at different boats, because one day it might be a 150-foot Delta, the next day it might be a 78 West Bay, another day it's a 30-foot main ship. You know, we sell all different types of vessels. And one thing you can do is when you step on a boat, step on the swim platform in the outmost side of it and see how much the boat rolls. You'd be surprised sometimes you're on a 60-foot boat and you step on it and the boat goes down 2 or 3 or 4 inches. Another boat, you step on it and it's just like a rock. And that's what I mean when it sits in the water, it really feels stable. All of that also adds to when you're offshore in the boat because it has more initial stability. Hull design has a lot to do with that as well, but in this case it means the above and below water ratio isn't off because the boat's really heavy up top. The boats are always going to move. But if you're watching this, you see I'm not trying to offset any movement. It's a really solid boat. So West Bay has built very nice yachts for decades. This White Rabbit is a really good example of a quality built motor yacht. Welcome to the pilot house. This is truly a great place to run the boat from. The 20-foot beam on this boat, the height that they created in this space really makes this a comfortable, warm, inviting space. Now I'm standing here at the helm station, have great visibility over the bow. It's typical rainy day in the Pacific Northwest. So there you go, turn the wipers on once. But look at the visibility. So when we're up on the Flybridge, I mentioned that you don't need to be there in inclement weather. This is a perfect example. So I'm here, I have all this beautiful 8600 series Garmin navigation equipment. It's all been updated. We have Garmin obviously upstairs as well. But these are multi-screen displays, whether you want chart plotter, depth sounder, radar, cameras that look into the engine room, which you can see here. Everything is easily at my fingertips. Plus, I have a handheld remote here. And when I'm sitting in the helm chair, I have what's called the Garmin Grid, which lets me run all this equipment from right here. So this is a hardwired in. This is a handheld control. And so everything's here. And if I'm docking the boat, I have a couple choices. If you're not familiar, this is a yacht controller. This is a hands-free wireless yacht controller. So I can go stand on the bow, I could be on the stern, anywhere on the boat, and actually stand on the dock and run the engines and transmissions and thrusters with this controller. It's really nice if you're running the boat by yourself and you need to tie a line off, you can step off, do the bow and stern line. Now, as far as docking also goes, you have hydraulic bow and stern thrusters, and then, which you'll see in the video, on either side midships on the boat, there's fold-out wing stations. So you have 2 wing stations, Flybridge and pilot house station, and the yacht controller. So you really have great control when you're either going to and from the dock, out cruising, tying up to a friend's boat. And then when you're out and about, again, for cruising, you have your Westbar stabilizing system. This is a WaveSmart 5000 system. That display screen, while you have the stabilizers on, that will show you the fins actuating. It'll show you the percentage of roll that your boat has. So say the boat was rolling 2%, and then you turn the stabilizing fins on, all of a sudden it's moving 0.2%. It'll take up the 90-95% of the roll out of the boat. So really helps make it a stable platform when you're in really rough water. So another great feature for cruising. So before I get too far off, which you guys know if you watch my videos I will, great features in here. Dual stead helm seats, raised up settee. So what I mean is raised up, it's 2 steps up. So when you're sitting on this settee, your head level is basically at or above the helmsman. And what's nice about that, I'll step up here real quick, is if I'm sitting back there, I have the same visibility that the captain has for looking out. I can look out the window, so I look out and down. So if you see where this window is behind me, I have great visibility. A lot of these settees are just on the main level, and you have no great visibility. This settee also serves as a dining settee. This section here folds out. There's a piece about 1 foot deep that fits in here. Spin your helm seats around, and now you can comfortably dine 8 to 10 people here in the pilot house. So also makes a great off-watch berth. So if you're out cruising, heading from here to Alaska or down to Mexico, you can have the captain, the off-watch person, so they can switch places every 4 hours. So great storage in here as well. I think if you look at the condition of the helm console, you look at the beautiful cherry wood. Now mind you, this boat is 25 years young. It has been updated, the systems have been upgraded, but the woodwork is original and it's absolutely beautiful. So overhead, you have the Maritron system that I mentioned up before, up on the Flybridge, which will give you holding tank, fuel level, water level, etc. And then you'll have these Garmin multi-screens, which will you can pan through different, so one will show you autopilot, but it'll also scroll through and it'll give you anemometer and it'll give you depth and it'll give you battery voltage, etc. So really nice multi displays, and there's multiples of them. So if you had a misfunction with one, you've got 4 others to back you up to give you the same information. Plus all that information comes up on your large Garmin GPS map displays. So if you're looking for a boat that's been updated, has great equipment, this is it. It's truly a great pilot house. And the only way you're going to know if you stop by and take a look at it. So I think next we should go to the galley. Welcome to the galley. It is located in the aft section of the pilot house. What's great about this on-deck galley is that it's right behind the cruising settees. So the chef and the family, when they're preparing meals, he or she, you can pass it right over, or you can put food here that they can grab and flip through. The other great thing is the appliances that are in here. So you have a 22 cubic foot side-by-side refrigerator freezer. Great shape, nice and clean. Home size cooktop and oven. So if you happen to be on the boat for Thanksgiving, you can cook your Thanksgiving turkey in there. Nice double stainless steel sink. So it has an incinerator system in it, but this is a large, wide sink, so big pans can fit in here. You have your water purification system. Now, I'm not going to guarantee you this is perfectly clean, so here we go. It's really in nice shape. I did take a look at it, but you have your Badger. I call it incinerator, but that's what it is, garbage disposal. Really nice, great space. They hang their little towels right here. Another feature I thought was great is they went to the trouble and upgraded these. They have these beautiful pull-out style, and they're full pull style drawers. There's 3 of them. Large dishwasher, trash compactor, great storage overhead and under counter. And then over on this side, you have this nice dish and glass storage. I don't know, Jeff, if you can pan up and show. I'll get out of the way so you can see. Look at the amount of space that's in the galley. Lots of headroom. Overhead, this is your air conditioning heating system where the air blows down, so when the system's on, the chef is definitely getting a nice bit of warm air or air conditioning if it's 85, 90 degrees outside. But galley is really well situated in the pilot house. And I'm going to walk up here just from the standpoint, Jeff, you're in the galley and you're preparing a meal. You can see how easy it would be to pass through back and forth. But also, the one thing it gives the chef is when you're in that galley, you have a large window in front of you. You have a large opening to the main salon. And if you look aft in there, I mean, look at the visibility through. You can see all the way through to the after deck. So if I'm standing here at the doors, I mean, look at the visibility. So it's really nicely opened up to the main saloon as well. Welcome to the main salon of the West Bay 78. Again, another great space, large windows, beautiful cherry wood, and the cherry's offset with light colored soft goods, from the sofa to the carpeting and the mullions around the window. And then the height of this main salon really makes it feel enormous. I mean, it's a generous space. I've been saying that in the pilot house, the galley area, but it's true here as well. And a great feature when you want to open up the salon to the after deck. I'll just open one door for now, but both of these doors open up, so it really creates a nice living space. So on a warm afternoon, you can have the doors open. And again, just like in the pilot house, you have the screens, one either side, and they're magnet and they hold together. So help you with no-see-ums, insects, and things like that. You don't want to get into your boat. But features in here, other than what we just mentioned, you have this beautiful wraparound settee. Now, this is not built in. These are all freestanding, sectional. So if you thought, oh, I want something else in here, you could have a different style sofa. You could have a straight sofa with a couple chairs. Then you could put a couple stressless chairs over on this side. You can see the high-low television. It's nice. It hides away when you don't want it. Sink, hot and cold water. Wine cooler, which is nice. And at the base, it's vented, so it gets air circulation. But this is just a great feature, and you say, okay, we don't need the bar tonight, so we'll just close this away, and there you go. Lots of storage. Some of the great things have their storage out through here. This is nice with having these drawers, so full pull again. Really nice feature. Countertops are burl wood. Really beautiful design. Nice lighting, port and starboard, so if you didn't want the main ceiling lighting on, you could just have this side lighting, which creates a nice mood lighting at night. Again, when you're sitting on the settee, sitting in here, you can see where my head height is, so I'm here looking down. I'm not down here and trying to look out the window, so really nice visibility. Open space, heated, air conditioned. Plenty of outlets for plugging in chargers, etc., tablets. Just a really nice, comfortable space. Carpet's been updated, upholstery's been updated. Looks very modern. You know, for a 25-year young boat, this is really a beautiful motor yacht. So with that, I think the next thing to do is go visit the staterooms. All right, everybody, now we're in the guest stateroom. This is just in front of the owner suite. It features basically a double and a single stack bunks. It's really nice. It's easy. You step on this bunk to get up to this. They're both 80 inches long. What's great about this lower bunk, again, you have plenty of headroom, but you got a nice shelf here, so if someone likes to read. Also, from both bunks, you can watch the articulating TV that pulls out, so it's easily seen by both. Good drawer space, the bureau next to me. There's an overhead locker, plus there's a full height clothes locker behind the door. AC plugs, nice in the morning. There's a mirror here, so if you're going out for a dinner or something, you have a dressing mirror. And again, the bureau. Really comfortable space. A couple can sleep here very easily. And if they're coming, you know, if you have your kids or grandkids, they can share this stateroom. So it is a very nice, comfortable stateroom, and this is the smallest stateroom on the boat. So from here, we're going to look across, and I'm going to show you the utility closet. All right, here next, across from the guest stateroom is the utility closet. So you have a Maytag set of Neptune is the model, washer and dryer. And these are 27-inch, not the 24, so they're a good size washer and dryer. And it's a 240 dryer, so it really does dry your clothing. Next to that, full length hanging locker, so it's nice if you have things that you want to damp dry, then air dry here. Plus, great shelving. You notice how much storage space is in here. And of course, the vacuum cleaner comes with it. This unit right here, this is the piece I was talking about. It's about a foot wide. That goes into the table up in the pilot house to make that table into a really nice full family dining table. So when you're not in use, you just lock them closed. It's beautiful redwood burl finish on the doors. So that's utility room with the wash and dryer. Next we'll go to the VIP suite, which is forward. Welcome to the VIP suite on the West Bay 78. You can see again, lots of headroom, open space, a really nice combination of cherry wood and then light soft goods. I mean, you look at the sides around the beds, the countertops, all this nice soft touch material. So you have a pedestal queen bed, storage underneath. You can make the bed the whole way. There's no stuffing the covers, which the person who makes the bed in the morning is really going to appreciate. This makes the bed look short. I'll take these out of the way, all these beautification pieces, and you have a true 60 by 80 queen bed. You can sit up in bed and read a book. What a great feature. Beveled mirrored headboard, and again, all the way around you have a shelf. So if you like to have your phone or whatever equipment, or it might be a CPAP machine, you can plug it in, have it up here, so you're in total comfort. The fit and finish, you can see the back indirect lighting around, really nice touch. So if you turn off the main lamps, overhead lights, you have this beautiful indirect lighting in here. And beautiful bedding. Probably not quite as good as it was when we first started. Again, open space, nice carpeting, television, Blu-ray player. Of course, you can plug a USB in and watch everything you've taped. Drawer storage, cabinet storage, large hanging locker. And then I think one of the cool features, and I apologize to have you spin around again, Jeff, is you have two skylights bringing in the natural light. Then you have an ocean air set, screen set. So one is a screen, the other is a blackout. So you can close these off and have zero light in here. But the other nice thing is you can crack these open, have the screen have nice airflow in the stateroom in the mornings or evenings. So great stateroom. Not going to spend a lot of time on it. As you can tell, I'm standing here on the platform on the bed and I still have plenty of headroom. Yeah, I'm only 5'10", but when I step down here, you can see how much headroom's in this space. It really is well thought out and there's no compromise. And the other thing you get with this suite is an en-suite head, a large stall shower. All the toilets in the boat have been upgraded to Tecma toilets. Very nice brand, quality product. And you can see beveled mirrors, storage behind, nice light countertops with a small fiddle edge on them, both drawer and cabinet storage, and a very large stall shower. All three heads, the VIP, the guest head, and the crew quarters heads are exactly the same showers. So nobody compromises on the shower. It's large enough for two people to comfortably take a shower and just kind of give you an idea of the space. So that's the VIP, really nice space. I don't think any of your friends or family would be disappointed to have to sleep in this stateroom. But next, we'll take a quick shot into the guest head, and then we'll head back to the owner suite. And this is the guest head. This is the one that uses your day head and the guest stateroom that has the stacked bunks. Again, beautiful beveled mirrors, drawer and cabinet storage, light colored countertops with that small fiddle edge so things just don't roll off. And again, nice large stall shower and Tecma toilet. Welcome to the owner suite. This is a full beam owner suite, which means it goes full beam in the vessel. It's really a very accommodating space. I've said that in almost every space we've been in this vessel. Even the guest stateroom, when you walk in, has a lot of floor space. So it's really impressive. And you'd have to step in here to really appreciate the amount of room. From the door to the base of the bed must be at least 5 feet. There's a lot of space here. So when you walk in, it's really comfortable. And the first thing you see is this king size bed. And again, large nightstands on both sides. When I say large, they're very wide. Drawer and cabinet storage, electrical at both of them, and this beautiful headboard design. So you have these beveled mirrors in the middle, and then beautiful panels with a kind of a copper bronze brushed metal in between. Really tastefully done. And I don't have it on, but there's indirect lighting in here. I'll have to remember that next time when I show the boat. So comfortable space, and it's nice. You can turn around, sit right on the bed. You know, you're not crawling in or out, and it's not too high. It's not the Princess and the Pea style bed. Really nice. So with that, both port and starboard, I'm going to start in this corner. You have walk-in closets. Now, how big of a walk-in? It's pretty good size. So his and hers are the same. A feature that's nice, and it'll be hard to see, just say this is access, and your stabilizing fin and actuator system is right here. So they make it really easy to get to it and service it. So from here, and they have auto lights and all that fun stuff, and there's fire extinguishers inside. Now look at the amount of storage in this bureau. So overhead cabinets, lower cabinets and drawers, your Samsung flat panel television, then coming around, nice mirror for dressing mirror. Look at the amount of space that I have here to move about. And I haven't mentioned throughout the door, you have these beautiful raised panel doors. So burl wood and cherry, just really beautifully done, and they're book match. I mean, look at this detailed design in these, all the doors. So as you step over to this side, and we'll get to this, this is the owner suite head. You can already see it has dual sinks, which is really cool. But if you want to run your business from your boat, or you're writing a book and you just want private space to do whatever, you have this nice desk setup. So center drawer, top drawers, bureau, overhead storage, and of course in every stateroom you have these stainless steel port lights, and they have screens for all of them as well. So you can open that up and get nice fresh cross breeze. Again, just like on the other side, matching cedar-lined hanging locker. And then, I don't know, Jeff, let me move out of the way. You can see the Maritron system. I mentioned it earlier that you have both the Maritron and you have start and stop for your generators down here. So you start either one of those, maybe you're anchored out and you don't want to run your generators at night. You want to hit that thing in the morning. As soon as you hit it, power comes on, turn back on your heating system and get the boat warm before you get out of bed. Just another cool feature. And from here, let's walk into the owner suite head. Overhead, one of the first things you notice is these beveled mirrors, and that's storage behind those. Really nicely done. The overhead lighting, and then the dual sink. So it's nice when you're getting ready, brushing your teeth, etc., to have his and hers sinks. Below that in the vanity, you can see all the drawers and the storage space. So and above as well. So that's really nice. And then you'll have an upgraded Tecma toilet and this large bathtub, all very tastefully done. Makes a very, very nice owner suite head. Then as you come back out, one last thing just about this space, the 20-foot beam, the use of nice light soft goods with this cherry and the light carpeting really makes this a warm and comfortable space. So it's sometimes hard to explain, but when you walk in here, you feel like you've arrived. I mean, this is really what an owner suite should be on a yacht. Having said all that, you've looked at the other staterooms. Now I think we're going to head aft where the utility, cruise quarters, and engine room are located. So we're going to move there next. So let's go to the engine room. Welcome to the crew area, engine room, which is behind me, and the utility storage in the West Bay 78. As you look to the port side, you'll see one of the utility lockers. This one houses one of the cable master systems. The boat's equipped with a 50 amp and 100 amp system and great storage. And over here on the starboard side, look at the top, you'll see the blue box is a Victron Energy 5,000 watt inverter charger. Below that is the Yacht-O-Matic, which is your ISO transformer system for cleaning the power that comes in. Then the aft part, you can see the yellow cord, which is the other cable master system. And then the platform, you can't see underneath, the blue on top. That is where the ship's house and inverter bank batteries are located. Then aft on both sides, you have utility lockers. The one on the starboard side, which you're looking at now, has the Sears Craftsman tool set and storage below. And the one on the starboard side is all storage, things you see in there, power adapters, the cushions for the Boston Whaler tender, etc. So really nice storage in the vessel. And then straight aft, we see the watertight door. The stairs below that will lift up and gives you access into that space. So there's really nice access to steering systems and great storage in this West Bay 78. Next in the crew area are the crew stateroom and head. On your port side, you have the crew stateroom, finished in beautiful cherry. Great space, hanging locker, nice, really nice space for the crew. And across from that is the crew head. The crew head is finished like the rest of the vessel. The shower is the same size as in the VIP suite and the guest suite. So the crew in this boat really does not suffer in any way. It's very nice space for the crew. Moving just forward of the crew head and stateroom, you have a main power system here with power breakers and a high voltage transformer. And then on the port side, you have a 24-volt system with engine breakers. You have your Detroit MTU display panels, so you can start and stop the engines from here. So when you have a service tech coming down to work on the boat, or you want to check the systems yourselves, you can start it from here. And below that, you have the remote starts for your 20 and 32 kW Northern Lights generators. And below that, you can see the switching, main battery switches, etc. So really nice, simple, open space. And when you're servicing the boat, this is really a treat to have these, not have to go up to the pilot house to start your engines when you've been changing fluids or servicing filters, etc. Welcome to the main engine room. Power for the vessels are Detroit MTU 1350 horse 4-cycle diesels. You can see how much headroom's above me. And if you were to pull these floorboards out that I'm standing on, there is considerably more space underneath. And what this does, it makes it really easy to get around the engine room. There's a lot of space here. It's nice if you're a do-it-yourselfer. You have hot and cold water here, vice, so you have really nice working space. You can see how nice the lighting is. You have the same thing on the starboard side. When you walk across this boat, this is wide. It's a 20-foot beam yacht. So there is a lot of space to get all the equipment. So other than the main features of the engines, in front of me there are 3 fuel tanks. So the midship athwartship tank is 600 gallons. The port and starboard tanks are 1,050. So there's 2,700 gallons of fuel in this boat. And one of the great features of the tank is this 2-inch inner diameter crossover. So when you're putting fuel in the boat, it all flows together. So you could fill from both sides, but you can also fill from one side. So you don't have to spin the boat around, drag a hose across the boat. So this is a really, really nice feature. And of course, you have a large water tank. Another feature on the boat is you have this Pura system under here. So this has an ultraviolet light. Your drinking water goes through that system. You have both a DC Headhunter caliber and a 110 Headhunter Mach 5 water pump. So you have both DC and 110 water pumps. So really nice setup here. And Jeff, if you pan aft, if you'd like to, you have Northern Lights generators. They're nicely tucked away. They're on stainless steel bases. You have a 20 and a 32 kW respectively. I think it's 33 and 4,200 hours. We can check the hour meters. And then here on the starboard side of the engine room, a couple of other great features is the updated, there's a lot of updated equipment on this vessel. And part of that is the Spectra water maker. So these are the membranes. This is when it's taking the salt waters running through these membranes. The main control box. So this is great. Your halon fire system for the engine room. just a simple battery, backup battery for the tender. And this is your hydraulic reservoir and control mechanism for the stabilizing system and the thrusters. So the boat has hydraulic bow stern thrusters and a hydraulic stabilizing system. It's a Westmar WaveSmart 5000 system, then hydraulic bow stern thrusters. And if you've never used hydraulic over electric, you'll really appreciate it. If you've ever been caught when it's windy outside and the current's running, you have electric thrusters that have a thermocoupler and they shut off after a couple minutes of solid operation. As long as you have the hydraulic pump running off the engine, these will not fail you. So that's it. You can see the headroom, how nicely finished the engine room is. I didn't point out that there's cameras fore and aft. It's nice having that. Fire system indicator. So it's really well laid out, smartly designed, and West Bay did a great job with execution. It's just a beautiful engine room to come in and work. So that's the engine room in the 70-foot West Bay White Rabbit. It is a very accommodating space, easy to access, all the ship's equipment that's housed in this space. You're truly going to love it when you tour the vessel. That's a general tour of White Rabbit, 70-foot West Bay, beautifully maintained and upgraded motor yacht. You can find out information about this vessel at SeattleYachts.com's website, or you can message me, Martin at SeattleYachts.com, for more details or to set up a tour of this beautiful motor yacht. Thanks for watching the video.